Hello, my children, Hasnotalent here, and today we're going to be playing Elder Scrolls Legends, the Elder Scrolls card game. Now, before we get into that, about a month ago I read a post on the Elder Scrolls Legends subreddit, and it offended me. I'm going to read it to you. It says, looking for the Empire. I'm looking for a good deck revolving around the Empire's Cyrodiil, one that doesn't have Tullius's conscription because I just used those for gems in my recent Invade decks I'm working on. Yes, Sturdy Invade, I know. So, I'm not going to critique him for playing Invade. He sounds like he's a new player, but the reason that this offended me is because Empire, tricolor deck, which I've complained about before, is so unbelievably fucking strong that I don't understand how a person can't know how to play it, because you just put cards in. Like, seriously, you don't need to know anything. You just pick Empire cards, you'll win. Which is why I responded with this. You can make anything with Empire, anything. It really doesn't matter, you'll still win tons of games. Just pick a theme and build a deck. It has charged creatures, lethal, curses, support removal, silence, buffing creatures, hard removal, wounded removal, big creatures, life gains, token, resurrection, making your creatures cost less, max magic gain, direct damage, healing creatures, the best board clears in the game, the best guards in the game, best life gain in the game, the best control in the game, best card draw in the game, best conscription in the game, Alien Guardian Martin Septum, on and on and on. Just pick something. It literally doesn't matter. Empire can do every single thing in the game and does most of them the best. It can even be aggro and control at the same time with creatures that curse. It's comical all you can do with Empire. Just experiment. Now, there was one line in there that I wrote that, reflecting upon it, stands out to me, which is, just pick something. It literally doesn't matter. So my question is, does it literally not matter what you pick? Let's find out. So back in our game here, we are going to make a deck with random cards. Now, I do have some stipulations that we're going to do. I'm going to give myself 5 picks. I get to pick 5 cards intentionally. One of them has to be a tricolor card, so you can build the deck. So I'm really picking 4. The tricolor card I'm going to do is going to be a New Era, I think. So that'll be our tricolor card, and now I have 4 picks. And my first pick will be Alien Guardian, Edict, and then we're kind of open for the last couple. I do have some ideas. You could do Shadowfriend Priest, which would be a good card to have, but you don't exactly need it because you have Edict, right? You can do support removal with that. Another thing I was thinking was 2-drop draw a card, Thieves Guild Recruit. But I think I'll put in Call Dragon because it's just so fucking strong. It's so strong. And from there, I think I will do Thieves Guild Recruit because getting a low drop card guaranteed and some amount of card draw will be good. And then from here, we'll do random. Now, how we're going to do random is I have random number generators set up. I have, before I started recording, I calculated how many cards are in each color. Yellow has 161, green has 169, and purple has 166. So we'll do random number generator, and then it was green, so we'll go to green, and we'll random number generator that. And we'll build our deck like that. Now, I have a calculator here to help me with this. Each page has 8 cards, but there's like 20 pages. So what's like 17 times 8 off the top of your head? I don't know. So we have the calculator and we'll do it by page. And we'll build our deck. And let's do it. So generate. We got 1. So yellow, card, 15. Easy enough. Yellow, 8, 16, 15. Mark man. And we're just going to go through this. I might speed some of this up because I expect this to take a while, but if it's interesting, whatever. So we got 1 again, 36, 8, 16, 24, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. And I will try not to make mistakes, but you never know. 1 again, 127. So is 15 Let's see, 15 pages, 15 times 8 is 120. Count that in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 152, 153, 154, 155, 156. So, this is our deck. This is our random deck we just made with completely random number generated cards except for those 5 picks I had. And we're going to see if we can do it. Now, one interesting thing I can see right away just from looking at the graph down here is our mana curve is pretty good. Pretty solid. And in fact, we don't have a lot of draw in this deck, but I don't think it's going to matter because his curve is beautiful. Beautiful. And we got kind of lucky because we land on Spine of Elderblood. So, Call Dragon, if we get the 12-drop dragon where you can summon other dragons, we can summon him. So that'll work out fine. We got quite a lot of removal. We have Edict, we have Territorial Viper, a New Era, and Weakness. And we actually have quite a few guards as well. We got Markman, Kvatch Soldier, and this isn't one, but we have Skinhound. So, you know, we're actually looking okay. You know, you should ask yourself, how should we have this too for guard? Ask yourself how you should be playing this, and just like, it'll end up being kind of mid-rangey, but just like playing creatures on curve and swinging face, I think will do just fine. So we will play this. We're gonna start in casual, and maybe we'll do some ladder, but I don't know about ladder. I will be right back, one moment. So, here we are ready to play with our completely random Empire Cyrodiil deck. Rando. We're rando. Now, I handpicked 5 cards, which were Alea Garden, New Era, Call Dragon, and something else, Edict, and Thieves Guild Recruit. Now, surely, those 5 cards are not so strong that I can win entire games based off at just handpicking those 5 cards and putting random cards into this deck, right? Right? Let's find out. And like I said, we're going to drop into casual to start with, and then maybe we'll go into ladder, see what happens. It's a new season. We're at the 4th of April. I haven't played any ladder, maybe like 2 or 3 games. So I'm still sitting at rank 5. And we'll see what happens. Test. Good, I'm still recording. If I would have recorded all that fucking nonsense and there being no voice, I would have cried. So, honestly, the deck looks decent. It really does. So I expect us to win games. I expect us to do just fine, actually. And let me tell you, man, if you can put random cards in and still win like a decent amount of your games, that is so fucked up. We don't care about any of this, actually. There you go, that's better. I don't even know what this does. Summon a 1/1 Risen Dead with guard in each lane. Seems fine.
By your command.
Get this out. Maybe should play the other one, then played this in the shadow lane. But what do? As long as we can get creatures out on curve, we should be fine. Wow, that is a long voice line. Again, I'm going to sporadically have my heater on. So, if you hear the nice humming in the background, that's what that is. What do we want to do? Brasilis takes damage and survives. Summon one in the other lane. Set the creature's health to 1. We don't really want to give him this because it will work anyway. I think we should just edict it. So, Arise Basilisk. Gotta be right. Maybe should have played Basilisk in the other lane.
By Arcade's being, stay back. So much for the escape.
What can you do? Now, yeah, I think I'm just gonna clear them out. Because they're so close to Cold Dragon, like,
There isn't a lock that will keep this one
whatever.
out.
He can gain this one mana.
Face my claws.
At the start of your turn, Wild Boar moves, so we want him over here, actually. That's where we want him. Yeah? Oh, fine!
So much for a clean escape.
Oh wow, he didn't even follow that up with anything. 5/5 charge? I'll take it. Can't win them all. Dome him in the face. Do this. Do this.
The haste will make me strong.
And then next turn, Blood Magic Lord.
Let's line up some customers.
Actually, we're gonna have to do weakness. Or not. It sets their health to 1, not their power. Okay. Yeah, I can work with this, actually.
For the Empire!
This one is destined for greatness.
I have my orders. This. Now you will see real power.
Well, it's looking bad for him.
I am too slick for you.
Attack again? Yeah.
I am too slick for you.
And then pray for...
It has been an engaging.
There you go, we won our first game. With our card filled with... Our deck filled with random cards. And, actually, you know what? I'm gonna keep track. I'm gonna keep track of wins and losses as we do this. This was my document that said how many cards are in each color. I didn't include multicolored cards. I did kind of a test run before I started recording, and because the random number generator is, when you include multicolored cards, it's just like 1 to 4 to choose what color. It means that multicolored cards were just as likely to happen as purple, green, or yellow. And when you did it like that, the deck was way too strong, because I got like 8 or 9 multicolored cards, and it was just way too fucking good. So I removed this. I removed multicolored cards from the random number generator because it made them too good. And I like shit. We're doing shit today. So this is a good starting hand. Greetings. Hello.
Bright moons light your path.
Brentopia.
Wait. Did you hear that?
You'll also notice that my name is different. I changed it for a thing I was doing, and you can't change it again for another 3 months. So that sucks. But this is good.
Take them with me.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
This one thanks you, citizen.
Okay.
I'll take them with me.
You can tell them you thought of it.
Silt Strider. I would have much preferred this to be basically any other guard in the game, but hey, we can maybe get a good move out of it. Also, we get to hear the lovely from the Silt Strider. So you see, this is good actually, because we'll be able to use the Silt Strider
By
next
your
turn.
orders, of course.
Awaiting orders.
Actually, we're gonna use it this turn. I maybe should have waited because you can probably jab it or something. I don't know. But he seems to be thinking for a long time if he was gonna remove it.
I will die for what's right.
I slay the unworthy. By your
Yeah.
orders, of
Kinda sucks. But what can you do? Try to survive until we can drop Call Dragon.
I'll whip them into shape.
Oh boy.
Speak, citizen.
I don't know if we can survive until a new era comes down, though. That will help.
For the Empire.
This one recommends a clear head.
You know, the question is like, not him? Fucking come on! Come on! Man.
Ita Ori. You fight like a child.
So we're in trouble
Should
now.
have been more worthy.
I will protect the East.
Well. 5, 6, 7, 8. You almost want your own creature to die, you know? So he can't set this off. Well, we're gonna weakness this.
Hear and obey.
And then I think we're gonna do this. And the most we can get out of that is 3. But, I mean, we don't... this is such a swing of damage.
See if you can
If he
outrun
gets
me.
that
Find
off.
out. This is where our little game ends.
But we'll play Call Dragon next and hope for the best.
You
It's not
can't
looking good,
defeat
though.
me. Should have been more worthy.
That'll help.
Powers are feeble.
If you're looking for trouble, you'll find it.
Maybe not anymore.
It feels fine, but this is where our little game ends.
We might be able to get lucky with Call Dragon. If we get lucky with Call Dragon. Oh, it's good that doesn't have charge.
I'll see you dead. Should have been more worthy. I know a shortcut.
Okay, well that's just it then.
I'll clear a path.
Well, we got wrecked. He's playing aggro. That'll happen sometimes. I'll write this down in my list. So we're 1 for 2. But hey, every deck has some losers. And when you're playing with random cards, hopefully, like, seriously, we should lose like every single game. And if we don't, there's something wrong. If we approach anything even remotely close to 50% of wins with just random cards versus people who are making constructed decks, Empire is so fucking broken. Which I already knew, so... I mean, I don't need the experiment to confirm Empire is broken. But seriously though, if you can play with random cards, just a handful, a literal handful, just 5 chosen cards, and the rest random, surely you should get your ass kicked, unless those 5 cards are so unbelievably overpowered that they can carry the entire deck. And, well, we don't have the answer for that yet. This is a player who's got the legend rank before.
I hear and obey.
I would have liked to have been able to play Black Marsh Prodigy, but alas.
What's this?
Okay.
I hear and obey.
You'll not be rid of me that easily.
I have my orders.
Pulled another Viper, so that's good.
Gotcha. You are the next world.
Whatever.
The 9 inspire us.
You look like the type of girl who wants to get territorial vipered. I'd rather save the edict, honestly. But then you can't play the plot with this. Well, you might just have to. Because then next turn I can Brasilisk, Castellan, my Moon Moth. So there you go, that worked out. Brasilisk, Castellan. Castellan. I don't even know what this word means. I guess Castellan makes more sense.
Try some.
But Castellan also makes sense because it's a castle. I fucking despise this card, by the way. It's so fucking strong. It basically always will draw 2 cards. So 7 mana, do 4 damage, and draw 2 cards. I mean, it's so overtuned. It's so overtuned. It's fucking silly. Don't you steal my Brasilisk, fucker. Wow, what a deck. My Brasilisk.
By your orders of power. You took a wrong turn, stranger.
Conscription. He's playing a conscription deck and has no 2-drops. Well, ain't that a bitch?
It has been an engaging hunt.
Yeah. Life sucks. Well, I mean, we're doing okay so far. Can you believe that? Like, random card. I'm playing with random cards. How can you win with random cards? It could have been anything in the fucking deck. But the colors are so strong together that it doesn't matter what you play. It literally doesn't matter what you play. So this guy who made his post saying, you know, does anybody have a deck to help me with Empire? Like, dude, I picked 5 of my cards. If you just pick 5 good cards, the rest of your cards don't matter. I mean, clearly we're winning games, right? Now, we might lose 10 in a row and I'll be eating my words, but I don't know. We seem to be doing okay. Now we're in casual, so the decks aren't top tier or anything, but we'll hop in ladder soon and we'll see how it goes. Weakness. It's an okay card. It's just, it's hard to find time to use it how you want. Wild Boar, we will put in the Shadow Lane, I think. This is the one point in time where starting in the Shadow Lane actually makes sense. You see a lot of new players make the mistake, and I did too when I started playing, of always putting their first card into the Shadow Lane. But it's not what you want. The Shadow Lane is bad. You don't want to be in the Shadow Lane if you can avoid it, because you'll get one attack in, yeah, but your opponent always has the advantage. You can't kill their cards when they play them. So whoever plays a card second, you know, has the advantage because they can just swing into your creatures. So Shadow Lane is not, people think it's strong, but it's not. It's bad. Whereas in the field lane, like now, I'm fucked, right? Like, I need to do something to remove his creature to start playing creatures in this lane, or else he'll just attack and instantly kill whatever the fuck I play.
The haste will make me strong.
But right now, I don't care. I actually want him to break a ruin.
Sheogorath will bleed.
Okay.
Watch this.
We'll wait on that Thieves Guild recruit.
I do not fear death.
Khajiit is a 5-clawed killer.
So we have a couple options here. Well, first of all, we're gonna play this.
What have we here?
We can kill the Fighters Guild recruit with this, and then next turn Dunmer Weakness to kill this, or we can Dunmer Weakness this and then kill this with this afterwards. But doing this is actually safer, so that is what we're gonna do.
By Kinnereth, respect
Because he
my
might
power
play
and feel my fury.
the Thieves Guild ringleader, whatever the fuck his name is, and he might be able to attack with this for like 3rd or 4th time, however many he gets out.
Die, furnace one. Khajiit will find a way in.
There isn't a lock that will keep this one out.
So we have this same
Hey.
problem, but you kind of have to do this.
Khajiit is not a terrorist. See if you can outrun me. This is where I live.
Because I mean, he can still play the multicolored Khajiit and attack
So much
like
for
twice,
speed.
and he'll do, you know,
You
shit tons of
underestimate
damage.
Sheogorath will bleed.
Because this is going to be difficult because we need to live for another 2
It's
turns.
been fun, but this is where our little game ends.
Like, he'll be able to summon some Daedra this turn, but I mean, who knows whether it matters or not. Like, I have a deck with Heretic Conjurer,
For the
and
glory of
oh, he
Arden
did that too. Wow.
You underestimate this one.
Clear your mind and retract your claws.
Well,
Face my claws.
what an odd deck this is. Fucking this is a deck that seems like it's being played with random cards. So.
Wait! Did you hear that? My axe is sharp, and my patience is thin.
Ring of Namira? That would fuck me up so bad. Oh, well, that's too bad.
Bright moons light your path.
Take a
An
game.
engaging hunt.
Kashit will leave none standing.
I bring your death.
Awaiting orders.
I'll take them with me.
Shall we put in a dishonest day's work?
This one is destined for greatness.
This is such a weird deck. Gains that much power. So we lost.
I bring your death.
we
I'll
can't
take them
do
with me.
anything because that'll gain 4 attack.
It has been an engaging hunt.
Swing with Brynjolf. Swing with the tree. Yeah.
Do not ignore Khajiit's warning. The Khajiit need a leader. Khajiit is done for.
Waste everybody's time. We're still keeping that 50% win rate though. 2 for 4. Running into, not that that was hardcore aggro, but running into hardcore aggro will be a problem. Like, there's quite a few guards in the deck and stuff, but you just need better removal. Well, like, we have some, but, like, in real Empire control, you have all these creatures that curse and stuff, so all of that is removal that, is hard to deal with. The curses are really fucked up because there's no real counterplay. Like, curses you can silence to get rid of the curse effect, but then you're silencing your own creature. Like, if you have a creature with a ward or something that's cursed and you silence it, you lose your ward and your keywords and everything else. So it's like you're always behind when it comes to curses.
Clear your mind.
And speaking of wards, curses go through them. Like, I mean, there's, and it counts as wounded, so finish off, leaf lurker, all that crap.
Do not trouble this one.
Will take it out. So it really has all the advantages of direct damage and none of the negatives.
Should have been more work.
claws are sharp and thirsty.
I mean, he has Shadow Shift or Squish the Wimpy or
Chase my
something.
claws.
Clearly. Well,
I'm sure
I
I
mean,
don't know
maybe he
only
doesn't.
I took your coin purse.
To chaos!
Should have been more worthy.
Do not travel this.
Did you hear that?
If that can survive her turn, that'd be good. I don't expect it to, but what else do you
They
do?
dare face the Blade Mistress of Balinwood?
I could have sworn that costed 7, but whatever. I mean, he has a ring, so it wouldn't matter.
Legless
But
one.
it should cost 6.
I'll take them with me.
Okay, my max magicka. Slay's another deck that, as I said in my last video, if you're making a competitive game, everything that you make needs to have
The hist will make me strong.
at least 2 of 3 things. The 3 things being balanced by skill, fun to use, fun to play against.
With our Lord.
And there's a shit ton
Your turn.
of things in
Khajiit is
Legends that have 0 of 3, and Slay is one of the decks that has 0 to 3. It's not fun to play with. It's not fun to play against. It's not balanced by skill. Takes very little deck building skill. Takes literally 0 playing skill. Slay is super overtuned and stupid because you get so much value out of hand, and it's so... especially because the green card, which I don't remember its name, Brotherhood Sanctuary, yes, of course. When you slay, you get its reward in extra time. This costs 1. This is insane. This should cost like 6 or 4 or 5 and put it in line with every other extremely powerful support. The only other support that is as broken as this in terms of costs is Yagram's Workshop. Or Yagram's Workshop. And the thing about Slay that fucks everything up is you play it out of hand, so they can't do anything about it. And unlike regular removal, you know, people complain about tribunal control and stuff, but the thing about regular removal, like cast into time or Jav or whatever, it's a spell for a creature. So a person might play a 4-drop creature and you play a 5-drop spell to get rid of it. He used an amount of mana, you used an amount of mana, and you both lose a card. Okay? That's a fair trade. I don't like, it's annoying to play against tribunal control just because all your cards get removed, but like, I get it. They're not even particularly mana efficient cards, right? A lot of this removal. So playing a Jav for 5 mana and killing their 5 mana creature and you both lose a card and it resets back to neutral, I understand that. I'm okay with that. Then you have this fucking Slay shit where you play this creature, you play Squish, so that would be 6 mana and you could do it from hand. If you don't do it from hand, you get even more value. You play this, next turn, you swing with it, get +1 max mana, and then Squish the Wimpy and get +1 max mana, kill 2 of their creatures, and still have your creature on the board. How fucking insane is that? It may as well be a 6-drop card that says kill 2 creatures, gain +2 max mana, and gain a creature. Like, how overtuned is that? That's why Slay is so fucked up. And it's just not fun. Like, you can't do almost anything about it. The only counterplay is, like, wards. But they're in green. They're playing in green and purple, so they can curse you and get through wards anyway. It's like, there's so much in this game that is fucked up. And all those same problems that exist in green and purple exist in every tricolor green-purple deck. Empire control is so fucked up. Like, think of my post. All this shit. You should not be able to say this. Literally just read this in your head. Is this not the most ridiculous fucking thing? You can play aggro and control at the same time. How is that not a problem? How is it not a problem to have the best card draw, best life gain, best control, like, best cards, best board clears? All of that is the same deck. It also has the best single card in the game, which is Alien Guardian. So this whole once Sparky Pants started designing the game, it got so much worse. Like when Direwolf was making it, it wasn't that bad. But Sparky Pants really fucked the game up. They obviously tried to make it more like bigger blowouts, bigger swings, more randomness. I'm sure it was to get market share, or try to anyway. But it's just bad design, man. Like, and CVH, who used to be a good player in several games, was brought on as a sort of employee and designer, from what I understand.
You will die where you stand.
And I'm not a fan of CVH because he advocated for a lot of things I don't agree with, like market decks is another. I remember when they improved market and he was playing market Archer,
You will die
and like
where you stand.
it's just. I wonder if he's drawing a goblin, right? He's got to draw a goblin. Either that or the 0-drop give. Yeah, he's just playing mono green goblins. Which is weird. Not optimal. It's never optimal. Okay, he's playing with curses. That's weird. You would expect him to play with goblins. He's gonna go mono green. What do we want?
But Kinnereth, respect my power and feel my fury.
But yeah, never play mono. It always makes sense to play dual color. Because he could have Scout's Report. He could have Archer's Gambit. You know, like, why not have it? He could have a Assassin's Ritual. I mean, it's just better. He could have Monk's Strike, which is what he should be playing. Or playing purple and putting the purple goblin in. I forgot to write down our loss.
Now, hey.
Like Cursed Leaf Lurker? Like, whatever. How is... Okay. Well, you're gonna wish you hadn't done that. but playing, like, adding purple to this is just better. You know? Like, you have Mummify, which is the best removal in the game. You have so much shit.
If I can't steal it, it
I don't
can't
know
be
if I should have
stolen.
done that. That was probably a mistake. Probably should have played in the Shadow Lane, because he might Shadow Shift this over and attack with
Stay
it.
straight. Quicker.
But at the same time, he could have just waited a turn and then killed it anyway. I don't know. What do you do? So that's bad
Sail
for
through
him.
storms does it again.
If I might make a suggestion.
I wish I would have played a card first. But what can you do?
Wait, did you hear that?
I'm happy it's a guard though.
And my patience is thin.
Do you have more
Stay
curses?
quicker.
Okay.
I'll take them with me.
Higher orders of power.
I bring your death.
Go for broke. Leaf Lurker. As if I didn't already know.
Forest. Oh, close.
Right? But this is my fucking point. You should not be able to do this. You should not be able to do this in green. This is obviously, clearly, super clearly better removal than like a Jav or something. Like Jav and Lightning Bolt should be the quintessential removal in the game, but they're not, because this fucking shit. Why can you play a 2-drop creature and then this 5-drop and just kill anything in the game? Like literally anything in the game. In fact, I don't think there's anything that can stop it, because it's not an action, so even a creature that has can't target this creature with actions would still die from it. Everybody would die. It kills everything in the game, and finish off is 2 fucking mana. Murkwater Witch, finish off, 4 mana, kill everything in the game, get a creature with guard. It's so much fucking better than all the other removal in the game. So much better. So why play any other removal? You shouldn't. That's why green's... that's why Empire Control is so fucking broken, because green is so fucking strong, Mummify in purple is so fucking strong, Squish is so fucking strong in purple. I guess I'll just leave it. But yeah, it's so strong. And then you throw yellow in. Okay.
Khajiit is a 5-clawed killer.
It's just a random... Why?
Duma.
Did he like pull this from something else? Why is this even in his deck? I can save damage, but I'm not sure I care to. We'll give it a turn. You almost need to Viper this instead if he's gonna get a bunch of attacks with it. Well, I don't like that.
Die, furnace one. Time to finish this.
Blood Magic Lord. Deal 5 damage.
Witness the power of hunger.
don't think there's any way to do this. The closest you can get, I think, is doing this, but it's not enough.
Khajiit is done for.
I need to think about how I should be playing. I mean, do you contest? Or do you just go for broke? Like, normally I play aggressive. I'm an aggressive player. I play super aggressive. I actually can't think of a person who plays more aggressive than what I do in like the top 100. Which is both a bane and a boon in equal measures, I'd say. Because, you know, like, you might run into a situation where it's like, do I go face right now or do I kill their creature? And my play style is like go face. Is almost always go face. Unless you really need to not. Which is really super aggressive. The downside to that, of course, is that radiates out into later turns and can end up screwing you over. So it's not uncommon for me to get them down to like 3 health and then lose. Because you know, you like run out of creatures, run out of resources, different sort of things. So there's lots of trades where it's like, could I keep my resources or do more damage? And I normally do more damage, but that's not always the best thing to do, obviously. I should have played this, but that's fine.
I do not fear death. My scales move in shadow.
Whoops. This'll be weird. I don't even necessarily think it's the right play, but it's cool. I want to guard to switch lanes every turn. Oh, you fucker! Well, that's his whole turn.
I will cut your throat.
But he's playing Archer Control, which, man, shit like this shouldn't be possible. Why does red have so much removal? Why does green have so much removal? Why does agility and strength have so much direct removal? In red, you have... That was a lot of mana to kill that. And was also the wrong choice.
You will die where you stand. Watch this.
My axe is sharp, and my patience
I don't
is
know.
thin.
I don't know what to think about any of that. But in red, you have Drive Mad, you have Fell the Mighty, you have Destroy a creature with lower power than yours, you have Unsummon creatures, which is how the removal should be, or Battle, which I'm sure is how it was intended to be. Ain't that a bitch?
Watch this.
Your turn.
And in green, you have all the goblins, you have all the curses, you have Finish Off, you have Leaf Lurker. It's fucking insane. You have the dragon, negative 2/2. You have the other negative 2/2 cards, the ones with Betray. It's so much fucking removal. You have all the lethal. Like, playing... Whoopsie. Playing Archer, like, with lethal creatures and crossbows and shit, I don't have that big of a problem with, but... Like, it just shouldn't have so much control. You can play mono red control. You could do that. There's enough removal in red for you to play mono red control. I mean, why is that possible? Why? Like, the game doesn't need all that removal. It's fucking absurd.
Watch this.
It's just fucking stupid. Well, it's looking okay so far, but he hasn't been playing much of anything. There's the start. Gain 5 health, put him up at 14. He has enough mana to do Unstoppable Rage, which I assume is the finisher in his deck. But we're going to do our best to not let that happen. Try not to stack the Shadow Lane too much. It's so weird, he has all these cards and nothing to play. Like, is his whole hand just like 12 drops? I don't get it. Maybe I just don't have the mind for control, because like, if you have shit you can do, why not do it? Leaf Lurker again, or finish off. I mean, just killing anything in the game for 2 mana is so fucking strong. I'm not surprised there's a move away from Tribunal and, you know, Lightning Bolt and Jab and shit, because everything else is better. All the other control is better. The 2 control colors were yellow and blue for Mage, right? That's why it's called Mage. Drain Amulet, then no, that costs 2. Yeah, it does. Snake Tooth Necklace costs 2. Well, I can't do that, and then Unstoppable Rage. But yeah, the quintessential control colors were blue and yellow for Mage, right? Because it's Mage, of course. They use spells. And now nobody uses blue and yellow for control because green, purple, red is better. I mean, it's insane. How are the non-control colors better control? It's so fucked up, dude. It's so backwards. They fucked it up so bad. I don't know who the ringleader was.
It has been an engaging hunt
To make these decisions, but they really fucked it up, man. And it's too bad, because this was a good game. In fact, it was the best collectible card game I've ever played, and I've played a lot of them. I've played Magic the Gathering in person for a long time. Played Gwent, played Legends of Runeterra, played Eternal, played everything you can think of. Like any collectible card game on Steam I've played. Not a lot of, but I've tried them all out. And Legends is the best. Or it used to be. Now none of them are good. You know, I appreciated Legends because it took the Magic the Gathering formula and kind of streamlined it, and I actually think that makes for a better game because Magic's to the point where it's kind of convoluted. Not as convoluted as like Yu-Gi-Oh, for instance, but Magic the Gathering has gotten to the point where it's just super convoluted, and they release cards so frequently that it's impossible to keep up with. It's just a pain in the ass. And Legends streamlined it. They added the Shadow Lane and the Field Lane, which I actually think is an interesting mechanic. And Guards, which makes the whole game work. Or it did make the whole game work before the ubiquity of infinite card draw and infinite removal. So it was a good game. It's a well-designed game with horrible balancing. Like, the core idea of what they're trying to do makes so much sense, and Direwolf is legendary card making people, by the way, so I'm not surprised they made a great game.
The haste will make me strong.
And then Sparky Pants messed it all up and made it worse. Now, to be fair, Direwolf had started to make mistakes because I believe Direwolf was responsible for releasing the first set of tricolors, and it just doesn't make sense, man. It's too strong. The idea...
Watch this.
The idea once upon a time, I'm sure, was tricolor decks require 75 cards, and dual color decks are 50 cards, right? So I'm sure the idea was that the tricolor decks would be inconsistent enough that their advantage of how many different cards they can have wouldn't end up making that much difference.
I bring your death.
But I think I'm just gonna do this.
If I might make a suggestion.
But they added so much card draw and so much removal that any disadvantage you have from running a tricolor deck doesn't matter, because you can get through your cards, you can draw the cards you need, you can remove their creatures, you don't need to curve out that well. You just have all the answers to everything. And when they throw in shit like Alien Guardian and everything else, and a New Era and all these other stupid fucking cards, it's just like, you're just better in tricolor. There's no reason to not use a tricolor deck. With like the very specific possible exception of mid-battle mage, which just exists off of Alfie Conjurer anyway, another stupid dumb broken card. So the idea of the disadvantages of tricolor decks.
Of course. By your orders, of course.
Farewell, fool.
Don't exist anymore.
It has been an engaging hunt.
Because there's too much card draw and everything else. So it's just a weird state for the game to be in. And right now we are 1, 2, 3, 4 wins and 4 losses. So we're still hovering at 50% win rate with random cards. I mean, man, do you think I like doing this? Do you think I like shitting on Legends, this game that I've spent like 2,000 hours in? Well, I mean, I do, but let's say that I don't. But, I mean, do you think I'm happy that I can show you just winning 50% of the time with random cards in Empire? Of course not. You shouldn't be able to do that. Seriously, I should have like a 10% win rate right now. Like, of course it's a card game and there's randomness and shit, but people don't put bad cards into their deck, right? Nobody chooses bad cards to put into their deck. So if I'm playing with random cards, which can include bad cards, and indeed my deck does, and I'm still doing fine, I'm still winning games, what the fuck? People have sat down and spent hours making these decks, and 50% of the time I still beat them with garbage. Fucking garbage. This is me playing poker with 7-2 and winning hands. Seriously. This is fucking ridiculous. This should not be possible. Not even remotely.
Did you hear that?
This is me playing poker under the gun with 7-2 and winning hands.
I'm ready for anything.
Okay.
What have we here?
I'll take them with me.
You can't beat me.
These are Kashid streets.
I will cut your throat.
I find it interesting he chose to kill his creature there. This sucks though. We might lose because of this. What do you do? That helps. My Tyro, hero, gonna be my hero.
See if you can outrun me.
What have we here?
So I could use an edict. That'd help. It sucks.
One strike will be all that is needed. One strike will be all that is needed.
That won't do it, unfortunately.
My scales move in shadow. I will cut your purse and your throat.
Wait! Did you hear that?
I mean, that's 11 damage.
One strike will be all that is needed. Ka'ir! Ka'ir!
What can Khajiit do for you?
That's it.
Khajiit is done for.
It has been an engaging hunt.
But it's not all Control's fault either. Aggro's dumb. Aggro's dumb too. I mean, like playing against that deck, which was aggro, it's like whether he won there or not was just like whether he drew his cards, basically. But I mean, of course, I'm playing a fucking stupid deck. So if I was playing a deck with better guards and removal, obviously he would have had a harder time. But too many decks in this game don't really care
By your command.
what the other person does. That's actually one of my biggest criticisms against Control. Like, I talked to a person who watched one of my videos. I played some games with him, and he played aggro because he was like, I know you hate Control, but I don't hate Control. I don't have a problem
For the Empire.
with the idea of
By your
Control.
command.
It's just that
My power is not
it's
to
just
be
not
underestimated.
fucking designed very well. And one of my main
For the
criticisms
Empire. For the Empire.
with Control currently
Did you hear that?
Their deaths will bring glory to the Empire.
is that you don't really care what the other person does. Like when I'm playing Control, the other person's deck doesn't make a whole lot of difference to whether I win or not. Which is like a fucking stupid thing to say out loud, but it's true. My opponent's deck, what my opponent's playing when I'm playing Control doesn't really matter, because I just like wait for my I win card. And if I get it, then I win. And what my opponent was
I
playing
hear and
didn't really
obey.
matter.
I'll take them with me.
This one recommends.
See if you can outrun me. I doubt it.
So that whole idea of what your opponent is playing doesn't matter has always kind of bothered me, because it really shouldn't be like that, you know? So fucking annoying.
The Night Mother will guide us.
I agree with that.
I hear and obey.
Just forget about seeing.
This is another fucking stupid card that shouldn't exist. Yeah, and this... That's a strange card to pull. Really? That makes me, like, uncomfortable.
Grievous error.
Okay, then... It's like, does he know something I don't? I really could have used a dragon that does 1 damage to everything.
See you later.
I will not be on the wrong side of history.
Have business with House Halalu.
You vexed me for the last time. Wait! Did you hear that?
My business, none
See
of
you
theirs.
For the last time! The Night Mother will guide us.
Okay. I don't think there's anything I can do here. Like, you can unsummon this, but 3, 6, 10, 11, 12. Still can murk you. Especially because he can do... He has enough mana to play 3 creatures, then kill a Black Hand Messenger.
My business is none of theirs.
See you later.
The Black Hand sees all.
Or kill yourself with it. I hadn't even thought of that. Definitely should not be possible. Sorry about my saltiness, but this... I mean, I like playing this game. It's a cool game. You can build good decks in it. It's just... It's a very frustrating game to play because it's so fucking good. It's so fucking close. It's so fucking close to being the best game ever. The best card game ever. And they fucked it up. And when you invest thousands of hours of your life into something, you're passionate about something, you want something to succeed because you can see how fucking good it is. And they just drop the ball right before the end zone. Fuck, man. Like, what do you say? Fuck. What hurts the most is I know
This is interesting.
I know developers, I know people at Bethesda, I know
Always a plan.
all sorts of people who've been involved with
I will cut your purse and your throat.
Bethesda and different assorted brands underneath the Bethesda umbrella, the ZeniMax umbrella. And I know that everybody knew this game was good. People would play it and be like, devs would play it and be like, man, this game's fucking good. And so the players thought so too. It's a fucking good game. And yet...
I hear and obey.
I will cut your purse
And yet, they dropped the fucking ball by trying to turn it into Hearthstone, and nobody wanted to play Hearthstone. We played this because we didn't want to play Hearthstone.
For the Empire.
My scales move in shadow.
Person from this Friends Guild, of which I have a couple people, or at least one, Fluffy's on here. I thought I had Ring Difference on here, but I guess I don't.
For the Empire.
What did he play? Oh, he played Spoils of War. Ice Storm that, fucker.
I feel a storm coming.
My power is not to be underestimated.
Talking, mud crab, merchant. Read my
Give me a
lips.
card.
The mouthpaw.
I'll take it.
The valor of Nerevar is with me.
Chimeric spirit of the sky, guide
That
us.
kind of
Hand
sucks.
over the coin. Tell me for the last time.
Just give me a name.
But Kinnereth, respect my power and
Enough
feel my
You can tell them you thought of it.
I like that though. Oh,
It's nothing personal.
that feels good though.
Soldiers, form up.
I bark and burn. This is interesting.
Now you'll pay.
By your orders, of course. I'm sure I don't have any idea who took your coin purse.
Let him play a bunch more creatures. New era. Next turn. Cal guaranteed.
Chimeric spirit of the sky,
That
guide
kinda
us.
sucks. But we'll be able to clear the field.
I will cut your purse and your throat.
Don't let them take our lives. Nothing personal.
That's good for me actually, because I get another card and only does 1 damage. Well, sucks for him.
No hard feelings, right?
Wait. Did you hear that?
Talking, mud crab, merchant. Read my lips. The mouthpaw.
I mean, you kind of have to, right?
Potions, sweetmeats, get your supplies here. Don't count me out yet.
Ready to move, ready to move, ready to move, ready to move out.
Well, I'm just done.
Khajiit is done for.
He's playing in Dominion colors, but he's still playing the same deck everybody else plays. It's just support deck. Everybody plays the same shit. Support decks, Dwemer, Control. That's what you play. That's what everybody plays over and over and over again. And all the control decks are the same. like they're seriously all the same deck. Just like dragons, call dragon. The support that gives you 1 HP every time a creature dies. Every Telvanni deck's the same with the altar to sacrifice your cards. Which is 3/4 the same deck as what Empire Control is.
Wait. Did you hear that?
I'll scout ahead.
Just support, Dwemer, Control.
Take them with me.
But Kinnereth, respect
Slay
my power and
like
feel my
this.
fury.
Or goblins. Over.
There's
and
loot here,
over,
Skywag.
and over.
I can smell it.
I'll take them with me!
Now, hey. Go get them, Skywag.
Gonna Brasilisk Scallywag. It sounds like she says Scallywag, but she says Skywag. It's weird.
The treasure will be ours.
Why do people hate Brasilisk so much, man?
I'll take them with me!
It's just a cute little snaky snake. Little Brasilisk. Snaking around. Yeah. And then they just kill it. That was some snake on snake fucking... Snake on snake action. Shit's not right, man.
I'll take them with me!
Now.
5-drop, 5/5. Not great. Not horrible.
A spy? No. I'm just an old man with a skooma problem.
I like how they, in Morrowind, like the default male body was like ripped as fuck, even though he's like this old man. And I'm so happy in Legends they painted him fucking ripped. They did that with what the fuck is his name? The Dark Elf on the boat. Geob. He's fucking ripped too. His painting's ripped too. I like it. So we can play Territorial Viper. Get Drain.
Welcome to House Redoran, recruit.
Actually, we won't do that. No Territorial Viper there.
This one recommends clearing.
Let's go then. My time is precious.
This is another card I see played a lot. Even by like good people in... Well, I'll do this first.
Face my claws.
I bring reinforcements.
But yeah, so Eclipse Baroness, 5/5, 8 draw. Draw a card, reduces cost by 2. And also when she dies, draw a card and reduces cost by 2. And it's like, it's good, but it's also not, like, amazing? I don't know, it's just weird. I don't really get it. Because, like, yeah, you draw a card, but you can draw, like, infinite cards for free anyway. He is playing a singleton deck. It's kind of neat.
I'll lead my family to
I didn't even
glory.
realize.
The victory is yours.
It has been an engaging hunt.
So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wins, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 losses. So we're a little bit behind. Well, let's see. Oh, I didn't write down the one we just won. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wins, and 7 losses. So, we're sitting a little below 50% win rate in casual. What do you think happens when we go to climb the ladder with random cards. Now, it is my utter hope that we lose every single game we play. Because, I mean, we won't. We'll win some. But we really, really, truly should be getting our ass kicked. Because keep in mind, our deck is just random cards. It's just random cards. We can't possibly win, right? And this is a guy who's in top 100. So he shouldn't be bad. He's thankfully playing a deck that has 75 cards instead of 100 like some Empire players. It's like a month, last month, where you just run into a whole bunch of decks of people playing Empire with 100 cards, which is the maximum number of cards you can have. Just filling their deck with shit. And they'd win, too. They'd do fine. And I'm not surprised, because like I said before, people don't put this. What the fuck is this? I didn't even know this was in our deck, but what do you do?
You will die where you stand.
I mean, we're gonna have to Viper this.
My orders are clear.
I smell the stench of the living.
Oh, that's no good.
My scales move in shadow.
Awaiting orders.
I don't know why this is in here. Maybe for
Wrong place for a midnight stroll.
Feel whole, no matter
Alfie Conjurer. So I expected this to happen. I'm gonna have to do this.
You fight like a child.
But yeah, he's playing mid-range Tribunal, which is actually a good deck. I'm surprised you don't see it more, because it's fucking strong, man. We're just fucked.
You will die.
I mean, you just fucked. You just need more removal. And that's one thing too, like...
Chimeric spirit of the sky, guide us!
It has been an engaging hunt.
Make your peace, dog.
Khajiit is done for.
Is, when you're playing Control, you're like, I need more removal, I need more removal, I need more removal. So you just get it in your head like you need more removal, and yet the game has so much, and you still need more of it. So the whole thing, there's nothing in the game that is balanced well, like, everything is too strong. And you say a sentence like, everything is too strong, well, isn't nothing too strong then? But no. No. Everything really is too strong. Aggro is too fast. Mid-range is just too fucking insane with Alfie Conjurer. And Control is just like extremely degenerate I win buttons. It's like, if you're playing aggro and you don't win by turn 6, you're dead. And if you're playing Control and you live past turn 6, you just wait for your I win button, you win. And mid-range just does well against everything. Now, once upon a time, the game was closer to like most decks, unless you were playing like Mage Control,
Speak.
ended up being some middling amount of mid-rangey-ish. I mean, there was aggro too still, but You had board fights. You had creatures on the board that would fight each other. You had guards. You had, you know, how do I put my creatures on the board to win in the way that I want?
I hear and obey.
And they added so much removal, so much card draws and tricolor decks that you don't have that anymore. I mean, it's not about like board fights. It's about who has removal and who gets the right win button. That's all it's about.
I smell the stench of the living.
And he's playing Empire Control.
I bring your
Same deck everybody else plays.
Respect
And this
my
I
power
was
and
talking
feel my
about this
fury.
stupid fucking card. And there's so much supports. There's so many fucking supports now. You can't even play without support removal. It's fucking stupid.
Put in a dishonest day's work.
Now, hey.
See if you can outrun me. But this is where our little game ends.
Like, I'm on the ropes. I'm gonna fucking lose. He has 2 more cards than me. We're at
rip
6
them into
mana. Okay, maybe he's not playing control. I mean, how could you know? He could be playing both.
It's been fun, but this is where our little game
I
ends.
am sharp in my patience.
See if you can outrun me. But this is where our little game ends.
Like, this would be put into a
Just
control
forget about
deck.
seed.
This would be put into an aggro deck. So is he playing control? Or is he playing fucking aggro? Do you know? Do I know? No. Nobody knows. It can be both.
By your command.
It's been fun, but this is where our little game ends.
Your turn.
And I'm losing internet connection, apparently.
I might make a suggestion.
But I'm still here, we're still kicking, we're still recording. I switched to a different internet. Internet provide me internet.
See you later.
What
Awaiting
stupid
orders.
shit are you gonna play?
Rise, my servant.
Didn't think he had anything that spicy. Just Barrow Stalker, Kvetch Soldier. That's, I mean, it's one of those, but it's gonna be Barrow Stalker. Okay, so you have no mana left, and I can do 5 damage, so good game.
It has been an engaging
It's been
hunt.
fun, but this is where our little game ends.
I don't know what that was about. Well, we won a ranked game with random cards. We won a ranked game with random cards. A ranked game with random cards. Does nobody see a problem with that? I see a problem with that. Empire, man. Triple color. Doesn't matter what cards you put in, you'll still win. Still do just fine. Almost 50% win rate in casual. We're still winning some games in ranked. Random cards, you should not be able to do that. You should literally lose every single game. 0 dex energy. 0 anything. No draw. I have almost 0 draw. And yet, you still hang in there, because that's the power of triple color. You don't care. You literally don't care what cards come in. He's playing crabs, because of course he is. Just like everybody else. Dwemer, crab. Control.
Talking mud crab merchant. Read my lips. Mouth paws.
Dwemer, crab. Control. What else is always played? Mid-range. And don't forget invade.
See if you can outrun me. But this is where our little game ends.
That sucks. Yeah, he's playing Dwemer Crab. I don't get this. Seriously, who goes onto the internet, looks up a deck list that somebody else who's better than you made, and who goes back onto ladder with this 100% net decked deck and decides this is what I'm gonna play. I didn't come up with any of it. Somebody else came up with it.
Did I stutter or something?
And I don't know what I'm doing. I don't really know how to play it. But my lord, I'm gonna do it.
See if you can outrun me. This is where our little
I'm gonna use none of my own thinking. I'm gonna use none of my own skill. I'm gonna use none of my own playing. I'm gonna take it onto the ladder and I'm gonna win, even though it's completely unfun to play. Completely unfun to play against. And isn't balanced by skill. But I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna win with it. And that means I'm so good. I'm the best player ever.
It's been fun. This is where our little game ends.
Wait. Did you hear that?
Because I can net deck and take this stupid fucking broken shit and bring it on the ladder. It's worse when you see these people in casual. And they fucking have bad manners too. They'll taunt you and do all sorts of shit. They'll taunt spam you. Yesterday I played against somebody taunt spamming, playing a net deck, Empire Control, other words, the best fucking deck in the game. Net deck, Empire Control, taunt spamming when I was just playing like some fucking meme deck. I don't really want to play Neria because he'll probably play Fervor. There's nothing else to play.
Did I stutter or something?
They will pay the blood price. I'll rip you apart.
Well, the only chance is for this to kill like all of his fucking creatures, or shackle them or something. So fucking stupid. It's so fucking stupid. So fucking stupid. I mean, I don't expect to win with random cards. But holy fuck, ladder's so fucking degenerate. They're so fucking... The design in this game is so fucking stupid. It's so fucking stupid. I don't understand how you take something so good and turn it so shit. It was so good. It was so good. How do you fuck something up so bad? Like, you can't do that by accident, man. You can't fuck it up that bad by accident. You have to do that intentionally. And if it wasn't intentional, if they didn't intentionally kill this game with bad decisions, they're the worst designers ever. Ever. The fucking client's glitchy too. Sometimes you join games and the fucking game doesn't come up and you need to Alt F4 out. And shit like that too. I mean, how the have you ever played a fucking glitchy card game? It's a fucking card game. How glitchy could it be? All the interactions is just math. It's just fucking math. It's not like you're fucking programming some complex AI or something. It's just like 2 damage here, 3 damage there, -1 health there. How the fuck is the client glitchy? Like, I mean, there's a goddamn fucking amateur hour at Sparky Pants. You can't fuck something up like that by accident.
I will cut your purse.
Well, I haven't seen him invade yet, so he's probably playing mid-range.
Shadow.
By your command.
Lightning bolt. Or jab.
Will never give ground.
Nope. Sucks for him.
I hear and obey.
My singleton Doomcrag vampire pulling through for me.
By the 8th, they will meet their makers.
For the Empire.
I can taste your feet.
You can tell them you thought of it.
Dealt damage, you gain that much health.
It has been an engaging hunt.
Well, we won another match. 2 wins, 2 losses on ladder. We're doing about as well as what we were doing in casual. I mean, what can you say? What can you say? We had some good games. We had some bad games. But overall, we're sitting just a little less than 50% win rate. With random cards. And that's the power of Empire. So when I go to somebody and I say, just pick something, it literally doesn't matter. Empire can do every single thing in this game and it does most of them the best. It can be aggro and control at the same time. It's comical playing with Tricolor Empire. And what do you think? 50% win rate? Random cards? Come on. It doesn't matter what you put in your deck. Pick Empire, throw in literally random cards, and you will still win 50% of the time. And you know what? 50% of the time is enough to climb the ladder. Because if you have a 50% win rate, you will randomly have runs that are 3 or 4 long, and then maybe 2 losses, and then if you get lucky, you'll have another 3 run. So you might be like win, 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 loss, win, 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 loss, loss, win, 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 and then you'll rank up. Even with a 50% win rate overall, you'll have downward trends and upwards trends, right? But because you can't lose rank, you will still rank up. You will still gain ranks, and okay, I'm being challenged by a random person right now. Death by 1,000 cats. All right, this will be a preview for the future. I've I've been experimenting with the Death by a Thousand Cats deck, which I'll make a separate video about that, but not today. So, yeah, the other... You'll still rank up. I mean, use random card. Okay, you want to know how to rank up in this game on ladder? Say you're like rank 8 or 9 or something. Pick Empire, pick random cards. You'll still rank up. You'll still rank up. That's as simple as what it is.
Smile on Khajiit. Bright moons light your path. Bright moons light your path.
What are we going after?
So, this deck runs off of Unrelenting Siege. Oh, maybe I should do a new intro. Maybe this will be a different video. Hello, my children. Hasnotalent here, and today I'm continuing on, actually, with my other Empire random deck. But we're going to switch to our Death by a Thousand Cats deck, and I got challenged by a friend who I met watching my YouTube video. I'll keep that in mind.
By the 8th, they will meet their makers.
And the idea of this deck is we want to get 1,000 goddamn 1/1 charge cats out and win that way, which is why we have Unrelenting Siege, which is friendly creatures with 1 power may attack an extra time each turn. And we want to get our 1/1 cats out, and we want to win. So this is, he's going to be playing a Shackle deck. Something to do with Shackle anyway.
Think it's worth dying for.
Ah, shit. Yeah, so we want a Thieves Guild Fence.
What are we going after?
Spoils of War. And this. But what we really want is some cats, but we don't have any. We do have Unrelenting Siege out, but we need to get some card draw, as he does. And let's see what happens. He's playing a homebrew. By the way, this person only plays homebrew decks. He does a neck deck, so he's like me. He just makes up his own shit. Chanter's good, but not right now because we don't have any spells.
It's worth dying for.
We do, however, have this. I'm actually going to play this instead. So this kind of sucks in a way because I would have preferred it to actually cost 1 mana because then I could use it with Chanter. And right now I don't have any 0 drops in this deck, so it would just summon a Sweet Roll.
This one will be going. Yes.
Read.
Drez Renegade? No. So he wants that off the field. Yeah, that's fair. 7, 8. So this sucks for him.
Gold,
Skin.
1, 2, 3. Mana. And Chanter.
Nicely
Shall flock to our noble cause.
deals to be
unclawed jaw.
1, 2, 3.
You are dead.
Speak, citizen. Nicely done.
Thank you.
This one thanks you.
So that jab was 4 instead of 5, so it would have summoned a Chanter if it was 5. Shackle all friendly, or shackle all creatures. What can you do? Now this, however, will summon another Chanter, and I'm gonna summon 2 Sweet Rolls with this, which kind of sucks, but what do you do?
May the fates smile on Khajiit.
He's hurting. It's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, So kill one enchanters.
Wrong place for a midnight stroll.
Shackle all creatures. Yeah. Draw a card. Blood Pack Messenger.
For the right price.
Like if this survives, he's in trouble because I can draw 9 cards, or draw 6 cards rather. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, you gotta. But there's a blue card that is deal 3 damage to every shackled creature. And that his whole deck revolves around that. Although I wouldn't normally play tricolor if I was doing that. Like you could, obviously. It gives you more shackle.
This one is embarrassed.
No man can deny his destiny.
Yeah, you fucked that up. You should play the guard in this lane. But what do?
This one will get what is needed. This one will get what is needed.
This one
You will
is
die.
embarrassed.
Yeah, it sucks.
I will
This
cut your
one
throat
thanks you.
and your throat.
Shaveskin! Unclawed! Jarkajit! You are dead! Unclawed! Jarkajit! Bright moons light your path.
Believers shall flock to our noble
Shaveskin!
cause.
Fools to be made. Shaveskin! Unclawed! Jarkajit! Khajiit likes
I want to do something, but I don't know what.
What are we going after?
Speak, citizen.
So he's probably fucked. Shackle, 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 shackle. Yeah. That hurts though. I mean, not enough. But he might have a guard. He might have a guard. That'll do one. Can you do? Oh wow, okay.
This one thanks you. It has been an engaging
Yeah,
hunt.
this actually is.
It has been an engaging hunt.
It's actually the end. So I'll get that invite from him, and we'll Death by a Thousand Cats a little bit more. He's fine on the same deck. That's fine. Alright, send me a challenge, bud. Let's do it. Death by a Thousand Cats. So let's see if I get wrecked by his Shackle. Shackle's a cool idea. I've played around with some Shackle decks before. There's a couple different ways you can do it. I mostly did Sorcerer. Of course, standard Shackle would be Assassin, green and blue.
Nicely done.
But I like Sorcerer. I like the idea of Sorcerer.
I bark and birth. This is interesting.
You see, this is weird when this gets brought down. Because it'll be, you know, instead of 9, it'll be 8. Instead of 6, it'll be 5. So used to being able to attack more than once. Don't blame you. Do not blame me for that.
Going after.
So we have the rings, so we should be able to get Spoils of War off. If this doesn't get killed, it might get Sorcerer negated, something like that. But maybe all he has is Shackle in his deck. You know, don't have room. But I would think he would have some silence. Oh wow, that hurts. That hurts. Hurts a lot, actually. So, the greedier thing to do would be to jab it. But I'm not feeling that greedy.
Think it's worth dying for.
Child's play.
So, we'll do that.
Gone!
Torval, Pandaria Opportunist, Spoils of War. We got quite a bit of removal in our hand, and Ultimate Heist we could get off next turn if we wanted to. Draw a card.
Unclawed Jar Khajiit, Khajiit doesn't need to be followed.
Yeah, that's a good card. Yeah.
I will keep Sotha Sil's people alive.
I like that. Though. That's just bad luck, man. What do you do? Shackle on 3% lane?
What are we going after?
See, this is a crappy situation for him because he needs to stop this lane, but he also doesn't want this alive, you know? So, what lane do you go in? It's just a shitty choice. I try to play like that, especially when I'm playing aggro, is I just try to give them as shitty of choice as possible. You know, just give them shitty choices. So we will jab this. And we'll do this.
Repel the Outlanders.
Think it's worth dying for.
So many fucking cats! Too many cats! Fuck!
They will die by the Prince of
Oh, that's a good card to have, though.
What have we here? What have we here?
Ah, Khajiit likes these.
I don't have the mana to do that.
Khajiit doesn't need to be followed.
Think it's worth dying for.
Yeah, so... Yeah. I'm just gonna leave that, actually. Next turn we have enough for Chanter, Drain Blood, Betray, cast it again.
Meet your death,
Oh, wow.
Swit.
Drown in the river of battle.
So we can game of 4/4. We might have to do that.
Believers shall flock to our noble cause.
Gold solves most problems.
Together, we will make a fortune.
Khajiit likes these.
Khajiit doesn't need to be followed. Khajiit doesn't need to be followed. Unclawed jaw Khajiit.
So this will kill all my guys in that lane.
Khajiit likes these. Khajiit doesn't need to be followed.
But we're still in a decent position. Also, we got our 4/4 Territorial Viper, which is nice. Because this can do 3 damage, this can do 4 damage, and that is lethal, actually. Actually, it can't do 3, it can do 2. So he'd have to kill everything to live. Because all I can do, as long as I do 1 damage, I win. So he needs health, or he needs to stop everything. So shackle all creatures in the lane, and then a guard over here. Something like that. Think about it.
Stand and deliver.
You got lots of time, man. Shackle all creatures in the lane?
Will not save
It
you.
has been an engaging hunt.
Yeah, that actually is it.
It has been an engaging hunt. This one thanks you.
Khajiit doesn't need to be followed.
Too many fucking cats? What can you say? I love that deck. It's hilarious. I should say GG. And he left before I could say GG. But GG to you anyway, Ronan. Hey, that's our day today. We played with random cards. We won about 50% of the games with random cards, even on ladder. Well, we didn't play too many ladder games, but... And therein goes my point. Let's reread what I wrote. You can make anything with Empire. Anything. It really doesn't matter. You'll still win tons of games. Just pick a theme and build a deck. It has charge creatures, lethal, curses, support removal, silence, buffing creatures, hard removal, wound removal, big creatures, life gains, tokens, resurrection, making your creatures cost less, max magic gain, direct damage, healing creatures, the best board clears in the game, the best guards in the game, the best life gain in the game, the best control in the game, best card draw in the game, best conscription in the game, Ilia Garden, Martin Septim, on and on and on. Just pick something. It literally does not matter. Empire can do every single thing in this game, and it does most of them the best. It can even be aggro and control at the same time with creatures that curse. It's comical. All you can do with Empire. Just experiment. Alright, that's all for today, guys. Take it easy.